Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode. Let's turn the computer volume down so I don't hear an echo. Welcome to another episode, everybody. I'm Michael Petrow. Joining me on the show is cast member and debater Jimmy Skinner, our resident horror expert. We are doing our first commentary for you. We're doing our first commentary for you today, and we chose one of Jimmy's favorite movies. I've never seen it, so I'm completely going in blind, waiting ever so patiently to find out how this whole thing came to an end, which was so shocking. And Jimmy's seen it probably enough times for everybody on the show to have seen it at least 10. So we'll meet in the middle somewhere on our idea of this, I believe. What is this movie about if you've never seen it? Well, after a horrible boating accident kills her family, shy, sullen Angela moves in with her eccentric Aunt Martha and protective cousin Ricky. One summer, Martha sends the kids to Camp Arawak. Soon after their arrival, bizarre, increasingly violent accidents claim the lives of various campers. This is a classic B-movie horror, if I could ever say, in my opinion. I don't see much of these, but now that I've seen them, I really enjoyed it. So we hope you enjoy it too. If you're new, dance backwards a couple steps after you're done. Listen to some more debates, listen to some of our interviews. We're a mixed bag of everything, but we are predominantly debates on dumb movie shit and interviews with people cooler than us. That's our bag. So after you're done, feel free, please go backwards, listen to some more, and whatever. Thank you for taking your time to listen to us. If this is your first time, is basically what I'm getting at. If you want to learn more about us once you're done the show, head to therealdebaters.ca. It's all there. All the podcast stuff that's on every other podcast website, we have it too. So merch, stories about us, some blogs, it's a myriad of things. You can listen to the show there if you don't subscribe to podcasts, which would be just okay. That's fine. You can find out where to subscribe to the show. If you do subscribe to them, you're the cool people. You let that shit keep rolling. You can find out where we are. Everything's there. It's pretty simple. realdebaters.ca, realdebaters@gmail.com, and @realdebaters. That's how you follow us. That's how you talk to us, and that's how you see more about us. I have nothing else for you. We cue it right up for you, like everybody else does it. So we'll tell you when to press play. So get this movie up. It's on Tubi. So you don't have to pay for it. It's free. You can watch the ads with us too. And me and Jimmy will take it from here. So I will cue the reel, and you enjoy the show.
Let's tidy up this tangle of film by putting it on a reel. Here is a motion picture film, 1,000 feet, 16,000 separate photographs.
Welcome, everyone, to the official space section of the chart.
What's the truth? You can't handle the truth. Sir, you're out of order. Out of order? I show you out of order.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special edition of The Real Debaters. Special in a lot of ways. Special as this is the first time we're doing something like this. Special that it's Jimmy in the room with me, because Jimmy is also a part of my bubble until all rules go out the window again in Winnipeg and we can't see each other.
Who knows? We're excited to abuse the system while we can.
Exactly. If we're allowed to,
Right.
we shall. So Jimmy and Mark, as mentioned before, are in the bubble. And Jimmy has graced the recording studio for the first time. Actually, studio. We'll call it studio because it doesn't have any padding on the wall yet. Just has a bunch of Funko Pops and a...
Christened.
Yeah, there you go. Good.
I did pee down here.
Where? I didn't see you. We've been sitting in the same room.
That's going to be the surprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why does it smell like human pee and not one of my 3 cats?
That's a pretty big distinction, too.
Yeah, cat
You'd
piss?
know.
Yeah, you definitely...
You'd know.
Like, human urine just smells like dehydration?
Well, what's funny is mine is more pungent.
Oh.
Yeah.
And just... diet?
Downright sour. It comes out as a spray.
A mist?
I got to go to the doctor.
Do you have to pump before it comes out?
I just don't want to bother them.
So you get two debaters, two masked debaters in the same room for the second time. As mentioned, though, that might change. So don't get used to it, but just enjoy it today. Also special because, as we were talking about before, this episode is kind of inspired by a local Winnipeg podcaster because he invited us on to do a commentary. And surprise commentary episode. That's what's coming. But he invited us on, and we did Under Siege, and that person is James Beaver from Beaver Does Movies. So in honor of you, sir, me and Jimmy are going to take a crack at doing our first commentary, which isn't really complicated. I don't know why I'm building up fucking drama here.
Yeah. We're going to do a commentary, and it's going to be fun, and you're going to like it.
What he said, ladies and gentlemen. So the commentary that we are dedicating to James Beaver, which I think he would approve because he does love B-rated, C-rated horror
It's right up
movies.
his alley.
It's totally up. He made us watch Saved by the Bell.
He did, which I would argue is a horror movie.
It was a horror show.
Yeah.
Like it was straight up.
Screech died.
We killed Screech.
All of us.
All of us had a hand in that somehow.
You, the listener, killed Screech.
Yeah, if you listen to that episode, you're by proxy guilty. Guilty by association.
Oh, R.I.P. Dustin Diamond.
So the movie we're gonna do a commentary on this episode for. You make me nervous, Jimmy. Is Jimmy's pick, and it's the first one we're doing. And what are we commentating to today, Jimmy?
Well, I bring this movie up a lot, and I felt it was just perfect timing. What are we going to watch, Michael? We're going to watch Sleepaway Camp, the 1983 classic written, directed, and produced by Robert Hiltzik. Fun fact, we'll start you off with a fun fact.
Yes.
Robert Hiltzik directed 2 movies in his lifetime, Sleepaway Camp and Sleepaway Camp 4, Return to Sleepaway Camp.
Hang on, why did they skip him for 2?
They went a totally different direction with 2. They brought in a Springsteen daughter and really just took it in a totally new direction. Still with camp murder, but everyone is now in their 20s because it's the 90s.
Yeah, I guess you have to do the proper progression, right? You can't.
Yeah, you can't. Look, I think we can all agree child actors, awful. Awful people, terrible, terrible humans.
I think child actors turn into awful people. I don't think they're awful from the start. I think it's the child acting gig that really fucks that up, unfortunately.
I would agree.
So, yeah, written, directed, as you said, by Robert Hiltzik. For any of you who haven't seen this, including me, I've seen it once. And once when I was so young that it's so far removed with other shit that I'm seeing this for the first time. And I'm glad I'm seeing it for the first time with you because it's a greatest hit for you.
I've seen this dozens of times.
So much, in fact, that it makes sense to only do this movie and maybe never do this again. So we can walk off into the sunset knowing we were like the best commentary we ever did was Sleepaway Camp.
This is the movie that anytime I have a new friend over or whatever, I always just I'm like, hey, you want to watch a movie? This is that movie.
This is what you put new people through in your life.
Well, it keeps their attention. It keeps us talking and asking questions. It's a beautiful film. It brings people together.
It makes them not want to keep the next play date with you.
No, nobody has come back. That's why I have a lot of new friends and not a lot of old friends.
All right. So, but like I said, if you haven't seen it, Angela Baker, a shy, traumatized young girl, is sent to a summer camp with her cousin shortly after her arrival. Anyone with sinister or less than honorable intentions gets their comeuppance. It's a pretty vague title, but
indeed.
Yeah, indeed. So elaborate, Jimmy, about this. Angela goes to a summer camp, and what happens at this camp?
Well, I think it's. Do you have any? Did you go to camp, Michael?
I did. I was actually. I went to the same camp. Did I ever tell you I fell in the fire?
No, you have not told me you fell in the fire.
Did I ever tell you I lost a camper while I was a counselor?
Okay, so
all in 24 hours?
Jesus Christ.
It was a bad day.
What I meant was
I went to camp is what I'm saying.
So, do you remember your first day at camp? Did you go to, were you like by yourself? Did you know anybody?
No.
Do you remember how terrifying that was? Were you scared?
It was 11. It was 11 out of 10.
And then you meet 3 or 4 other dudes.
Yeah.
And you spend your entire summer with those 3 or 4 other dudes.
Yeah, you do. You go back home and you're like, I'm at this. Yeah, no, totally. That's exactly how it happened. And it also, I mean, it was a Christian camp. There's the caveat. So like everybody has to be nice.
Everybody
to each
was
other.
horned up.
Everybody was horned up. People were nice just to get into heaven, I'm guessing.
Uh-huh.
Like a lot of
been there.
Yeah, you know, a lot of like prayer, like 3 times a day. 2 more, and I was Muslim. Like lots of prayer is what I'm saying. So like it really wasn't where you met some cool people because they had to be cool to each other because it's Christian.
Were you the really cool Christian kid?
I was never the cool kid in any way, shape, or form. Actually, I was like Angela from reading up on this. I was like Angela. I was bullied.
See, I think you're gonna have you're gonna relate to this quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think anybody who went to camp and had a first day at camp where you didn't know anybody else is gonna feel the same thing.
It really does give you that feeling, and then it doesn't. Because I don't think anybody's ever had a camp experience like this.
Quite like this. No, you have not. And if you had, I guess you probably went to Crystal Lake.
We want to talk to you on the show.
Please come on down.
Tell us what Jason's like in person.
No, see, I was lucky with camp. I went to the Legion Athletic Volleyball Camp.
Oh,
Yeah, on the border of what is it? I think it's Manitoba and North Dakota. I pretended to be an athlete
really?
for a while. Yeah.
That's so. I did too, and I'm trying to figure out which one of us is more surprising. I pretended to play basketball.
It's hard.
It's fucking not easy.
It's hard.
Yeah. And you were tall and lanky, so they came at you pretty quick. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I was not built for volleyball or physical activity.
You would be. You'd block. I could see you.
Could get up there.
No,
I
didn't
can
have any
dunk.
hops.
I could dunk on a 9-foot rim.
I don't
Yeah.
know how. Is that what's standard rim? height?
NBA is 10.
NBA. Oh,
Yeah.
that's not bad. That's not that. 12 inches.
Not a big deal.
I mean,
Should have
everybody
went for basketball.
Should have. Could have.
But they make you run.
They do.
Yeah. See,
To the line and back.
I don't want to go to camp to run. I
No.
can do that at home. So I went to camp because the girl to guy ratio in volleyball, it was about 200 to 35.
That's why I went to band camp. Like American Pie had it right. Like
Those
band-
kids are horned up.
Yeah, there was some sort of festival in Regina every year where thousands of kids in band, like it was their mecca, and they go to play in this thing and get judged and
What'd you play?
trumpet.
Trumpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I was in jazz band too. I was in a lot of bands.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at you, jazz band.
Yeah, no, My Funny Valentine. No, no.
My favorite thing about jazz is when they play it in a restaurant or a bar or whatever. You never know when the song ends and begins.
No, you don't.
It just kind of keeps going.
It's a cacophony.
Like this song has been 17 minutes,
That's why it's elevator music.
or it's been 2 minutes. I have no idea.
No, you don't, right? Because jazz is always changing.
Mm-hmm.
It's never the same thing twice. So you can't you can be like, have I heard this song before? Because this is all new. So is he just improvising? Why are we talking about jazz? Let's go back to camp.
Well, it's all camp related. If
Okay.
you went to camp and you had a first day at camp and you didn't know anybody, you're going to relate to this movie.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. And you know, how I was re-exposed to it, besides you talking about it incessantly every episode, all the time.
Somebody has to.
Somebody has to keep that flame alive. Fan that flame.
Keep that campfire going.
That Hiltzik flame. American Horror Story played off of this on one of their most recent
Really?
seasons. Yeah, it was a summer camp in the 80s, and then it actually plays so much into this shocking ending that's going to come with this, which I was like, oh, now that I know, I really want to see how that gets there. So, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first commentary ever, which I highly doubt it is, but we're about to press play, so we're going to count down to it so we can watch along. So instead of listening to this movie, when you listen to this episode, you listen to the rich voices of Jimmy Skinner and myself.
Awful.
Yeah, awful, very awful.
Ugh.
I would let you wake me up in the morning. It's not that bad of a voice. So,
I mean, I could try.
so who we watching? Who are we watching this on? What streaming platform?
We're going to watch this on the highly regarded Tubi, which I saw an ad for on national television.
Yes, so did I. So did I.
Think
That's
about that.
Why this account exists, because I saw it on Stack TV.
That's right.
Yeah, like on Food Network actually is where I saw it.
Tubi's doing great things. They're moving up. From what I remember, they did localized ads.
They do. So
towards Winnipeg. So
I'm looking forward to a localized ad while watching Sleepaway Camp from Winnipeg, because that's not something you could do while you're doing commentary on Netflix or
right. Tubi's completely free, gang. They just show a couple localized ads.
Which when you compound it, it's still less than the trailers in a movie. So
I like commercials in a movie.
You
It
do?
gives me a break. It
Lets
gives
you
me a break to
reset?
go pee, grab a drink, whatever. I like it.
okay.
I like it personally.
We're getting wine brought into this.
Thank
This is
you.
amazing. This is the first time. This is what happens when you get a recording studio. Your partner brings in wine. Thank you. But we can chew popcorn while we watch it. Technically, we're all watching a movie together, so we could chew popcorn. So thank you for bringing that down.
Wow.
Is this where I ask if you made my fun? Thank you. That was awesome. Walk in anytime.
This is gonna be a fun movie.
This is going to be fun. We got popcorn. We got snacks. We got a fucking full glass of wine on an empty stomach.
You should have that at home too. Get your movie snacks. We're
Yeah,
watching a movie.
Exactly. Go get your fucking movie snacks.
We're gonna watch this terrible, terrible movie together.
Terrible.
Dedicated to Robert Hiltzick's mom.
Yeah, right in the fucking opening trailer. So
We
without
forgot about
further-
that.
Yeah.
So
without further,
it opens very strangely. Try to get it to the beginning if you
I
can.
think I'm all the way at the back. Okay, so on the count of 3, ladies and gentlemen, and as well, we'll provide you some interesting trivia and some fun other bits as we go here.
In
so,
fond memory of mom, a doer. So let's start this thing off.
yeah, hang on.
So how nice. I wouldn't. We were talking before the show, but I don't think if my mom died, this is the movie that I would dedicate.
No,
Right?
no, this is so not the movie that I would like. You when you think like I read the kill scenes
Yeah.
in this, and we're starting soon, ladies and gentlemen. Just let me say this. So I read the kill scenes in it, and they're gruesome
For you, mom.
for you, Mom. I
Love you.
love you.
Miss
In-
you. Thinking about you.
While I'm making a movie while people are eviscerating each
Right.
other, right? Because that's the two go together, right?
Remember when we went to camp and got murdered, Mom?
Yeah.
So much fun.
Someone drove over somebody with a boat, Mom.
Good times.
Right.
Don't spoil it, Michael.
All right. Anyways, okay, here we go, guys. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1.
Yay. In fond memory of mom.
A
A
doer.
doer. She did.
A doer, a doer.
A
Someone-
female doer.
So made by American Eagle Films Corporation, which I'm probably sure doesn't exist anymore.
Based on what? I've seen them. They're like Nike for movies. Oh, you feel that? That's our opening score, fam. And that will play as we go through the opening credits here the whole time. It's very strange, and it's very eerie and uncomfortable, and it goes on for about 5 full minutes.
That I really can't hear right now. That is so high pitched.
Jonathan Tiersten is Ricky. Love Ricky in this movie. Definitely my favorite character for sure. You will meet him as the film goes along, obviously.
None of these are big names, are they?
No,
Like, did
but
anybody
what I
go
do know,
off?
Jonathan Tiersten went on to start a band.
Was it
Nope.
called
Oh, what?
Sleep Away in the Camps?
My God. If only. Yeah, none of these people went on to do anything quite. Nothing that I know of. I mean, they might have gone on to do something better than acting in films.
This is the weirdest soundtrack for an opening sequence to a camp. Like,
And it just keeps going.
is this after something has happened?
Nope. This is just camp in the fall for some reason.
I don't want like this. Bad feelings.
Just bad feeling. Like, why is it fall?
Yeah.
That's not when camp happens.
No, camp happens like July 1st.
Is there fall camp?
Yeah, there is actually the
There
camp I
is?
was at. Yeah, yeah. No,
Oh,
we had like a
because there's
October.
winter camping.
Yeah.
That's a thing. I'm an
Yeah.
idiot. Don't write. Don't write and tell me I'm an idiot. I already know.
I don't know if it's no. It is. It is Hiltzik. This is the camp
Yeah.
Hiltzik went to as a kid,
Wow.
Yeah. which is like that's what you want to do, right? You want to
Why
take
wouldn't you
and
shoot
put
it
you on
there?
the
They'd
screen, right?
gladly let you.
Could you dunk on that hoop?
I would shatter that. I would just absolutely destroy
Would you
that
shack
backboard.
attack that? And this, this is your typical camp, right? You've
Mhm.
got
Why the
all
picnic table's on the basketball court?
Well, that's how they dunk.
I guess, you know what, that's probably why they're shooting this in fall if this was an actual camp. And why wouldn't it be an actual camp? I don't think they just built this from the ground up.
No, I don't think this was modded for the.
Hey, guys, you know what this field would make? A great set for a camp, but not a real one? That sounds
like-
complicated, Robert.
I don't think that's in the budget, Robert. It's a great intro, though. I mean, right where I like. Okay. Oh, so camp.
Oh, okay,
Excuse
so
me.
this is
Arawak.
after the
Yeah.
events.
This because it's got that Godfather feel in the opening of Godfather 2.
Ugh.
Like,
That's my
That's
my
your-
Godfather
is that
impression.
your is that your veto?
Yes.
I'm gonna make him I can't
Zhuzh.
refuse.
I don't even know if he says zhuzh.
No, he doesn't. Zhuzh is like only 2 weeks old.
Right. Zhuzh.
Zhuzh is very new. Okay. So, see, I read this opening scene as the family's on the boat,
Mm-hmm.
and I imagined a way bigger boat.
No. It is a small sailboat that can't fit one
And I also
person.
didn't imagine this much chest hair.
Fun.
Yeah, no. That's exactly how my camp looked.
Just right on the beach.
Right on the beach, swimming area right on the beach, all that. This looks like Bird River. Bird River, Manitoba. Bird River Bible Camp. Shout out to Bird River Bible Camp for not doing a good enough job. I'm still a heathen.
They never found that kid.
Oh, they did. I'll tell you about that later. All right, so we have 2 kids in this boat. Obviously, for anybody who's seen this, everybody knows what's coming, but there's some tension
Oh.
building here,
Oh. Don't know how he's not even seeing it coming.
right?
They're literally touching him. Whoa.
And we capsize.
You ready? This is
Okay.
one of my favorite lines. You little schemers.
It's very similar to your last name, so I can see how
Any-
you're...
Anytime you guys vote against me on the show,
Yes.
that's what I'm going to call you guys.
You little
You little
schemers.
schemers.
All right, and this couple in this boat is fast approaching the family in the water of the capsized tilt.
Come on, John.
Look at those swim trunks. I love them.
Are those even swim trunks? They look like just boxers.
They look like they ruin your sperm count.
Uh-huh.
They look tight.
Like a double do.
Ugh. That's a good wine, dude.
A
Well
lot of
done.
well, I'm an adult. You know how it is.
Love how you equate the consumption of alcohol to being adult. Or
I'm an adult.
bringing wine to somebody's new home. I love
know
that.
what to do.
Yeah, you know what to do.
What's she saying? I don't know. You little schemers.
Is this... Am I in for a treat here? Am I going to get like some scalping from
This
the
is actually
boat
one of the
propeller?
most tame
Really?
deaths in the film.
Okay, like
Turn the wheel.
there's so much time here.
Water skiing girl is just screaming at them to stop.
Oh, right into the face.
John.
Show me. What happened to his face?
They really let this girl just go off.
That was a good launch.
Oh, yeah. John.
Okay,
They
I've
keep
seen
getting
enough
back
of
there.
everybody's face that's still attached.
Reaction shots, Mike. If you don't know, you don't know how everyone's feeling.
No, I can assume. And this
So the dad's dead, but also one of the children.
yes. Is that his scalp on the
I think it's just like body.
Okay. Cuz he sucked on that boat propeller pretty good,
And we time lapse to 8 years later. Weird number.
right? Even.
Okay, she's one of my favorites in this movie because her character makes no sense.
This
It's like she's an alien acting in a completely different movie.
like there was 2 sets that day
And she just wandered in.
and she just wandered in and was
Not
like,
even an actor. Just an alien that landed in California.
I love that hat she's got.
Oh my god.
We're to assume at this point that
Why does she do this?
why? Yeah. She's also like 25 years early on that look where like the hand goes on the, you know, the pensive, thoughtful look on Instagram.
I think it's supposed to make us feel uneasy
Yeah.
and like she's unstable, but it's like
She's-
how'd they get this far?
You know what? I know that she's acting like something's afoot, but she's really acting like something's afoot with how she got this job. Like
What's wrong with her? Like even her
nobody puts their hand under their chin like that to like,
it's
communicate.
terrifying because she's an alien.
yeah. From the miniseries V.
Indeed.
Oh, she's uncomfortable. A around you.
Just
Very careful.
bizarre.
Pregnant pause. Who is that lady? I feel like she's like this is from '83.
Good
No,
old
it
mom's
can't be
at
who I
it
think
again.
it is.
Oh my god. Is that a thing?
That's not a thing. I never had to go to camp and be like, here's my CV and my
I guess they
fat
got your
percentage.
parents would just let the camp know if you have any dietary restrictions or whatever.
Yeah, like when I was a counselor, we got notes in the camper
Okay,
files.
see that's all, but they wouldn't make you go take a physical.
No, like I don't have to do like a beep test and like get my heart rate up to go to camp. I mean, I have to do that every morning when I get up because I'm a fat, lazy fuck, but like, that's life.
Right.
This isn't her mom, right? This is her aunt?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, that's bad because I know that, but now that I know that, there's this jump from like when they were kids
Mm-hmm.
and that accident happened. There's no connection to why that's her aunt.
No, not at all. We don't even know who
we
this
don't even get
person
those
is.
two kids' names, right? We don't even know that that's
It's Ricky and Angela.
yeah. No, well, that
Now we know.
and Ricky's her son.
Yeah, but
and
Angela's her niece.
Yeah.
Is this how it went? You just get off the bus and sprint?
No camp. No.
Everybody
no.
just full on down a hill?
I realized I never. Did you go to camp?
No, just a volleyball camp.
Just
when
a
I was
volleyball
kid.
camp,
Yeah,
okay.
that's it.
Okay, so no, like you get dropped off, not like this, not where like you're trying to corral them all.
Check out Coach's shorts. You're gonna get a
Right?
lot of shorts this weekend.
Oh, I have shorts like that.
Oh yeah, so does Coach. We're gonna be seeing a lot of his shorts.
I really dig a 5-inch Lululemon yoga short in the summertime. I have soccer legs, so I can kind of get away with it still.
The man on the not him, the man on the left here. If they ever cut to a group shot again, this guy.
Oh
that
shit,
is-
that's what's his face?
you know him,
Yeah,
Chef's dad.
from
South Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know why he's in this movie. Just strange.
He was also in another '80s movie that I love.
Also, strange pedophile joke there.
Whoa.
He's watching the kids run, and he says something about chickens, and it's super weird.
The guy with the goatee.
Yeah, very clearly a pedophile.
I don't have anything against people with goatees, but
Now you do.
statistically, they're creepy.
It's a weird look.
Ricky, how you doing, bro?
How you
Who's-
doing?
I'm calling out the size of his bag. Ricky's bag is too small for a week at camp.
I think this is supposed to be a summer of camp.
That's a lot of camp. I never went for more than a week. Kids
Really?
never came for more. Kids could come for more than a week. They could do back to back, but they'd have to go home for the weekend to let us go crazy.
That's funny.
The falling in the fire and losing the camper thing was just happenstance. Like I used to jump over a fire to like impress the kids at campfires,
Oh my god,
and I slipped and fell in.
that's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What's really funny is he didn't have any bandages left, so I had to
Uh-huh.
use maxi pads with
Oh
burn
my
cream
God.
on them.
You're hilarious.
So when I got to the Pinawa hospital, they were like, "Why do you have maxi pads on?" I was like, "Ran out of bandages, lady. Put me back together. Put Humpty Moron back together."
Oh my god.
And then like the next day or the day before that all happened.
Those kids probably never forgot that.
No. But I did say when I got out of the fire, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. God damn it, I just fell in the fire pit
That's really funny.
and pretended like it didn't. Like it was my shining like. Off
Like
the
I've
cuff
done
moment.
this before.
Yeah.
I eat shit in the fire pit.
Oh,
all
I
the
was
time.
like, nobody saw anything.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Mike.
Anyways, back to Ricky and Angela. So they're getting introduced to.
We just met Judy,
Judy.
who is the camp bully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ricky
I did
used
read
to hook
about
up
bullying.
with her. And he was like, "Oh, maybe this summer we'll hook up." But she's clearly more interested in older dudes now.
Willie Cuskin, who plays one of the bullied camp boys in this,
Yeah.
was genuinely bullied during the film.
Believe it.
Frank Trent, I love this guy's last name, Salading. He's
Wow.
constantly making lettuce into something. Who played a camp counselor, had to step in when the other members took things too far.
Jeez.
Is that method acting or is that like
It's just when you get a bunch of kids together, man, they're mean.
sociopaths?
Yeah, they'll pick one.
Okay. And this is Judy again? I missed her
This
shot.
is indeed Judy.
This is Judy. Okay. This is the camp counselor, I'm guessing, because she's got the T-shirt. No,
yeah,
they all have the
she's
T-shirt.
just an elder.
She's a Gandalf.
Yeah.
Meg.
That's her name.
What's up, Meg?
That seems nice.
Oh my God, this is so not how camp goes.
Yeah, totally.
I'm going to close that window because now I'm cold.
Wow. What are you looking at? Classic
Like
bully
a-
behavior. Get mad at someone who's just staring at you.
At this point in camp arrival, oh, they're starting to bully her, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
That's what happened at one week. Well, that's how the kid that ran away from me ran away. This just
From
doesn't-
you specifically?
No. But I did get interviewed by the RCMP, and they did ask me if
Wow.
I touched him.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. That happened.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No, it was pretty intense. I was 16. Talking to the wrong side of the microphone. I was 16, and he ran away because he was bullied.
Yeah.
And he was only like 12 or 11, so they were like, well, you know, it's not unheard of for a 16-year-old to touch an 11-year-old at a Bible camp. I'm like, yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Well, no, it's not. Statistically, I'm sure.
Oh, new pair of
Sadly.
shorts.
Okay.
He's outrageously jacked to be a camp counselor.
Yeah, he is.
When he has to portage, he
Oh, if we
carries the whole
fast forward,
canoe.
if we fast forwarded 3 days all of a sudden?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
From a continuity standpoint,
She was just staring in the bunk, and then we fast forwarded a bit. And
That-
Angela won't eat.
that crotch is way too close to that face in those shorts.
Hey, you know, you got to let him breathe.
And then he goes and takes her hand and walks. This is creepy.
He's taking
This
her
is-
to the kitchen, get her something to eat because she doesn't want to eat the camp food.
I know, but those shorts are just creepy no matter how nice he's trying to be.
I know. He's one of the nice characters in this movie, Michael.
Okay,
Not,
all right.
Don't judge a man by his shorts, I guess, unless they're cargo.
Or him by his goatee.
Yeah. Well, no, you can
Look
do
at
that.
those pipes, man.
Because if you did that, you'd be right. And Counselor sees nothing wrong with this.
No.
Why would you say that?
Why do I feel that I've seen the scene where he gets hot water poured on him?
Yeah.
Does that happen?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I've seen that scene recently somewhere that I can't recall why I saw it, but now seeing him for the first time, I'm like, oh yeah, he bites it pretty hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
you'll see why. You'll see why it's been tossed around. Ricky's a good cousin brother in this movie.
He's a rock to lean on.
Oh, he defends her the whole movie. It's
That's
excellent.
awesome.
Yeah. She's not even doing anything. She's being quiet.
Why is it always the chef though that get? Well, this is awkward. Why is it always the chef though that's the creepy guy? Like, chefs should not get such a bad rep, and like they're always the creepy.
Well, what about in the movie Chef? Nobody's creepy in that.
No, that's true. John Favreau could never be creepy.
Right?
Never.
No. Jesus. Oh, see,
Oh.
and then there's Ricky saving the day.
Ricky saving the day. Yeah, I like that. This camp is just like covered in turmoil. These are not.
Yeah, this is like third day in.
Smoking a cigar in the kitchen. No
Don't worry
regard
about
for.
it.
Don't
even
worry
think
about it. Don't worry
You're
about it.
thinking about it? Don't think about it.
Don't think it's 83. Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
He's been in stuff too. What the hell's his name? He's the camp director, right?
Yes.
Am I picking up on that? Okay,
That is
all
right. Can't you tell by his slick white shirt
Yes,
and chain?
and well, the typical camp director that I encountered had all three of those things.
Indeed, you have to. It's legally binding.
My camp director was an ex-safety advisor for the city of Winnipeg.
Neat.
He was fun.
Not very safe.
No, he was like scared. I'm sorry.
That is the biggest pot.
Who? What? Hang on.
Yeah.
That is a comically huge pot.
Look at all the corn they have to cook. They have to cook corn for the whole camp.
I get it, but like maybe 4 bigger pots and not one pot. You have
huge pot. And
I'm
tall.
I'm sorry. I know how to. That's well.
Not wide, tall.
Yeah, yeah. Like you could boil a small child in there.
Ooh, and see, now we get a POV of the killer.
We
Fun.
do. Okay, so
Fun. Like Black Christmas. Fun. And other movies that give you POV.
please
of
grab a
killer
piece
I
of
can't
corn and
think of
start
right
eating it,
now. Just a POV shot of corn eating.
and then corn pooping.
Oh. It's like I did chew it. How is it a whole piece again?
I do like that. This is how we meet the killer for the first time. That's cool. The POV shot.
Yeah.
Oh, are we like right where he's gonna get it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I know, very quickly.
I'm sorry. I will call out. That is not enough salt to season that water.
He's still salting.
Oh, okay. All right.
Why not more?
All right. Yeah.
See?
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. He's Iron Chefing it.
Killer's a kid because they're pushing with kid hands at ass level.
Or one would assume. It's the old bait and switch happening. The red herring
Ah.
being laid. Language.
Oh my God.
Like the impending doom that's about to come is so great. Oh my God. Oh.
And look at the effects, Michael.
Those are good. Those are
It's
good.
amazing.
As somebody who's been on fire and been in a burn unit, because I didn't mention that it was almost 40% of my body,
Uh-huh.
right, which is, oh, wow. Yeah, he's just blistering everywhere. And his chef
Ooh, and they're
buddies.
popping.
Yeah. I like it. Because that's what happens. Like, pink, fresh skin starts to get exposed after, and
Your third layer.
yeah, your dermis.
Your dermis.
Your
Compared to your
epidermis
epi.
is showing.
Your epidermis is your skin.
That's one of 7 Simpson lines I know.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Yeah, they put you in cheese string when they burn you that bad.
Oh.
Because it's very light, so you feel like you were aged properly.
Wow.
In a-
Like cheese in a way.
Yeah, like cheese, exactly in a way. 100% like cheese.
Wow. Full
No,
circle.
It was,
Look at how strong he is. And you know who I'm talking about.
oh, yeah, Muscles McCounselor over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scarily jacked.
Is this a police officer?
Why would you say that? Especially his face and balls.
Yeah. In case anybody went to the bathroom at that point, his face is the worst burnt part.
Jeez, did you see it? I did. You want to see it?
We can rewind it. Everybody rewind it right now. We'll just keep on a loop on the burn guy.
Now what? You understand? Oh, what about the cooking crew?
I'll take care of them. I feel he was like camp director was a loan shark in another movie. What else do we have here? Oh, hang on here. Yeah, there's that first note I had about Hiltz going to this camp as a kid. Jonathan, speaking of Ricky, Jonathan Tiersten
Yeah.
was given the role of Ricky after an unusual audition in which a writer-director, Robert Hiltz, asked Jonathan to cuss him out.
Yeah, well, you'll get a lot of that in this movie.
Well, he drops the F-bomb first.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Which-
He drops it quite a bit.
He does?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Big F-bomb guy. And he drops one of the best insults I've ever heard in my life, but I won't tell you. We'll get
I
to
can't
it.
wait for it. You know what I want? You know who I want to talk to? If anybody's listening and they know somebody, I want to talk to somebody in the ratings agency. I want to find out how we go from G to R.
G to NC-17?
Yes. Yeah. That long one. I liked R. R was just like almost X. which
R
is-
feels worse.
Yeah. R is worse, right? R is.
Well, no, you can take a kid to an R-rated movie, but you can't take a kid to an NC-17 movie.
Really?
Yeah, no children.
Yeah. See, well, no, really?
I know. You'd
I
think.
just actually got that. I was
No
like,
children? I can't take my child to this no children movie?
What do you? How dare you tell me?
So they're not going to pay the chefs a little more cash to keep their mouth shut about this.
Oh, because he's got to make some bank this summer with the kids coming to camp because this shit ain't free, man.
Right. If this word gets out, it could be a bad thing for camp.
I think a week at camp for me as a kid was like $400 or $500.
Cheapers.
Just to
Yeah,
send
that
your
sounds
kid
about
away?
right.
Like,
Worth it.
3 meals a day. I used to teach. I taught canoeing, and I taught archery. Those are the two things. Those are my skills, and I'm a good canoeer. I'm horrible at archery.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They never found that kid.
Who's having a facial right
Oh
now?
no, they're gonna prank him.
Oh.
Classic camp prank.
Okay, yeah. We
Ready?
did one of these. We sent
Yeah.
a kid home crying, actually. He called
Jesus
his mom and
Christ.
said, I don't want to be here the rest of the week.
Yeah, because you ruined his camp experience, and now
Somebody may or may not have put
It's probably-
ketchup inside of a chainsaw and took the chain out, so when they used the chainsaw in a staged event,
right.
blood sprayed out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was, except for the kid. He didn't find it awesome.
He did not like that.
No, he literally was like, I don't want to be here anymore. I
That's
can't sleep.
hilarious.
Yeah.
See, that's not bad. I thought you horribly bullied him.
No, nobody got bullied. We just made him think that there was like a camp ghost.
So this didn't happen.
No,
Nobody smacked into ass.
nobody was brown nosing.
Like, who's this man?
Right? Who's wearing the belly shirt?
And he's just like a grown ass adult that's in this movie being a camper.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anybody who sees that man wearing that T-shirt, fine with the T-shirt. You can't
Why
trust
even wear the shirt?
you can't trust your children with a guy like that.
So much belly hair.
After what happened to what's his face? Did you hear what happened to that parliamentary dude?
Oh my god. Oh, ready? Ready? Here comes my favorite insult. Not that one. Oh, hold on, maybe it's later then. It must be later. But now we get the classic sleepaway camp baseball scene. Goes on for a very long time. A lot of baseball.
Which does it add to the
No, not
story?
at all.
Like, does anybody get killed here, or are we just?
No,
Is this the 7th inning stretch?
nothing happens.
Not baseball attire. These shorts are not meant for sliding. When we were at camp, Jimmy, if it rained, it was mandatory that everybody stopped their skill and met in the field
Yeah.
and played mud soccer.
Wow. It's mandatory.
Well, mandatory by the fact that, like, if it was raining good and hard enough, every counselor doing a skill at that time was like, all right, like, it's pointless being here. It's pointless trying to canoe in this.
You ready? Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine.
I keep thinking he's going to throw the
I
insult
want the
at
insult.
him,
You
but
don't need to hear
baseball
my-
just keeps going on.
My
I think
camp
this is
stories
it.
revolve around fires and lost children. This
think
is
this is
all
it.
good.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Crushes him.
Yeah.
Crushes him with Eat Shit and Live.
What are you gonna say to that?
Nothing.
Nothing. You're shut down.
It's like, what? He just
What is he playing?
video boxing. Wake up, nerd.
Boing.
Oh, man. Come on, nerdlinger. Oh!
Oh!
Huge. Holds him at second.
Infield out. I don't even know what that means.
That was the outfield.
Was that the see? I don't even
It
know
was
what that
indeed
means.
the outfield.
I don't know. Sweet fuck all about anything but hockey.
This is baseball?
And I only know hockey because I was taking hockey games as a kid. So that's how much I know about baseball is everything I know about hockey.
Right.
Where's the blue line?
Takes the swing. This is camp, dude. Take it easy.
The intensity at this camp is.
Oh, the double play by Ricky.
Oh, shortstop for the fucking out.
That kid's got a lot of anger
He
issues.
does. He does.
Fuck you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
The trash talking is at an all-time high.
We'll get him back. We're the camp bullies.
Exactly. If we don't get him on the baseball field, we'll stab him out in the.
We'll get him at the sock hop
Yeah. We'll get him at the talent show.
by beating them.
In the talent show.
See, that's a nice ending. Nobody gets murdered
No,
in that
yeah.
camp.
There's no missing body parts. Everything's fine.
We'll show them. We'll put on the
All
best
right.
talent.
What
show.
are they wearing? So I like.
80s gear.
Yeah.
Not even doing anything.
No, she's fine.
She's right there.
I don't think this 5 of you in this scene could come up with a great idea if your life
What are those
depended
two
on
guys in the back even
Right?
doing? They're
Like-
not even part of the conversation.
Well, they're in the shot, but like,
Who are they?
what is this here? Like, get rid of this.
Who is that?
This is the primary right here. So this is a waste of a shot.
Oh,
I'm gonna knock something over and electrocute us here. I gotta put this shit on the floor. Okay. I'm creating the cardinal sin. I'm eating popcorn on a podcast.
great mullet. Oh. Let the pro take over.
Does she not say anything?
No. She does. Oh my god.
Can't you talk? Sorry, everybody. My mouth is full. That's
Now
rude.
they're making fun of her. She didn't do it.
Look at those pants. I want those
I'd wear
pants.
those pants every day.
Those pants look like 1963 Captain America pants.
I'd be psyched. The canteen.
We had a canteen at my camp. It's called
Obviously.
Tuck. So you'd go for Tuck every day,
Wow.
and your parents would leave like $50 for candy and freezies and
Oh.
shit. Then you were allowed to only spend like $5,
Right.
and then we'd all meet in the field and sit there and eat freezies and chocolate bars and
That's
shit.
nice.
Yeah.
That's basically how our camp went too. We had a canteen, and then down hours we could go to the canteen and get nice things to eat. I'd get Airheads.
But did they trick you with religion? Did they be like, blue freezies are awesome? You know who's more awesome? Jesus.
Jesus'
God.
favorite flavor was blue.
Isn't awesome. God, he eats
Blue
freezies on high. I mean, religion aside, I loved going to camp. Camp was awesome.
Camp's a good time, unless you go to a sleepaway.
Yeah. I do appreciate how they're taking the Jaws approach, where they're building up to the kill.
Yeah.
Right? Like, nobody's been...
Well, they're trying to red herring you into thinking it's Ricky.
I don't... No, I'm not falling for that shit. Well, I mean, I know, but
They're
like...
trying. Oh, but his best friend is into Angela. Paul. Look at
Yeah,
her
I mean, I get...
face.
What's the budget on this shit? Because I'm guessing they didn't have a lot of money to do a lot of transition sequencing where, like... Because they're like, remember last week when I met you? I was like, okay, so we were there the first day. Then 3 days later. Now it's a week after 3 days. Like, we're 10 days into this
I think
movie.
this is a summer camp.
It's got to be a summer camp because, like, it. Hang on here. Let's see if we can find any information on budget. Keywords. We don't want keywords. User reviews. Oh, I think $350,000.
Jeez. Where
This
did
is
that
pretty
money go?
good for $350,000.
Where'd that money go? Renting the camp?
That boiled faced scene.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so he's just been talking this whole time. She said nothing with the same look on her face. And he's just like, you're a great listener.
God, I feel I can tell you anything.
It's been 5 seconds.
You just never. You're just so interested in me. What is it?
What is it? I'm fascinated by you. See, she likes Paul.
Oh, finally she speaks.
Good night.
Good night, Paul. Good night.
And he just runs. He's like, yes. There's Judy with the older boys. Oh, no. Time for some prime bullying.
Oh. Well, now we know why there were so many kids at the beginning, because I got a note here that says some of the campers getting off the bus at the beginning in that opening shot were cast and crew kids.
Wow.
This is cool, though. The original artwork for Sleepaway Camp Survival Kit, the DVD box set, included unauthorized sequels, was recalled after the American Red Cross complained about their trademark Red Cross logo appearing on the cover.
Wow.
Like that just instantly makes your box set worth more money if you bought it before.
Ready for the
some skinny
dip.
dipping.
All dudes.
I
All
like-
the dudes are going skinny dipping.
Yeah, that's some seriously white ass.
All the chicks are just like, why?
Yeah. Like the whole point of skinny dipping, I feel, is lost when it's just a bunch of.
You want some ratio.
You do well. I think you want an even spread because it's like risque, risque, and like nobody wants to see all boobs and nobody wants to see all dick. Like it's just based on
You
a
gotta
body.
please everybody.
Well, dicks are ugly to look at.
Well, you're in the water. You don't gotta gaze at it.
Well, for the split second, it's still too much dick. I mean, 1 second is too much dick. It's too much second of dick.
You're the reason why they don't feel comfortable showing hard penises on TV.
I've never told you guys this,
Oh no.
but whenever there's nudity in any scene, me and Shauna just yell out, "Dick,
Nice.
tits,
Any. Oh.
bum."
You notice though? Never hard.
No, never.
Nope. Game of Thrones, never hard. Always soft.
Yep.
Don't know why.
All no. What's his tits?
Who got
What's his
on?
dick? Sorry.
What's his dick?
What's his dick? Reek, also
got a
known
hard one?
as no, but like he did have that one sex scene, and then pulled out, and it was like almost there.
All right. That
It was
doesn't
like just
count.
after you start to lose it,
Ugh.
which is the hardest dick I've ever seen outside of Pornhub. So I mean,
Gotta go to X videos, Mike.
sponsored by.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody be against us being sponsored by a porn site as long
we
as
gave free deals,
if we gave you a discount code.
right?
Yeah.
He's a real debater.
I would mandate. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I don't know, 30 and older. I don't want to be anywhere near anything.
You gotta be
young,
30.
30 and older.
Just 30.
Yeah, just 30,
No older, no younger.
just to make it easy.
Oh, no, he got a girl to go canoeing with
Yes.
him, and then he overdouches it.
Yeah. Thought I smelt vinegar.
He did. He almost had it. He was doing so good.
So who's that? That's
This is just one of the mullet bullies.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was going after some.
He was making fun of Angela.
Oh.
You guys are schmucks.
I've already picked up on the fact that whenever the killer's around, Angela seems to disappear.
Weird.
Is there any sense to that, or is that nonsense?
We're just gonna have to wait and see, Michael.
Where are we at here anyway? Oh, we're almost at the halfway point.
This guy's just,
Oh boy, that's fun to do though. Have you ever done that in a canoe?
no,
Okay, so like,
because
That-
there's like an air pocket.
yeah, there's an air pocket, but it like feels really weird because when you take away being able to see everything, you feel very exposed from the water level
It's like
down.
a sensory deprivation tank.
It's exactly
Neat.
almost maybe I've never been in one, but if I had to say,
I think
yeah,
it's the same. It's just like a bathtub filled with water with a lid on it.
yeah. Well, that's a float tank.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. I think.
That is sensory deprivation.
not-
Yeah,
What is What is a tank for sensory deprivation then? What are we
probably
talking
it
about?
was probably in 0 Dark 30.
Right.
Used illegally in Guantanamo. Who brings lawn chairs to skinny dip? Oh, they're
Why'd they
throwing
throw them in
yeah.
the water?
Why are you
Why are you guys
throwing away public
Don't be
property?
jerks at camp. That's how you get a kid sent home.
Yeah. Well, that or they run away.
Yeah, or they're just too scared.
Yeah.
This guy's my favorite. Look at how mad he gets.
That's exactly how. I'm not kidding. But like how that dock looks, that's exactly how Bird River Bible Camp looked like how it juts out and comes out. That's where the lifeguard chair was. This is
How the hell did that get there?
right here, Mel.
Oh, looks good.
Looks good.
Ready?
I like it. Gardener snake out of the mouth.
Looks good.
Yeah, that'll do the trick.
He's blowing his whistle.
3 blows of the whistle means dead body in a canoe. What? That's what I was taught at camp.
Jackie's teammates doing a great job supporting his spine.
Right? Like, could you not foot for the gurney to go down to the fucking
I know
body?
he's dead already, but it just looks a little more ceremonious than that.
And the one and the two, throw him in the fucking ambulance.
Look at that mustache.
I was just gonna say, look at that push broom. Him and Chef's Buddy are two guys I've seen recently in other movies, and I just can't. I don't want to. Muscles is back.
Different pair of
Bodybuilding and
shorts?
weightlifting.
Jeez. How has he not done that already?
How do those socks stay up without those buckles?
Ooh. Oh, like sock suspenders?
Yeah.
I don't know.
My socks
He's got a
always
lot of
fall
faith.
down.
I know, mine too. He's got a lot of faith in his socks.
More short shorts. The New York accent is just killing me.
He wouldn't have drowned.
Swimmer.
I remember that kid. He could swim the Bay Area, whatever. I can't remember. He could swim some river, the New York, that river.
You swim around New York Harbor.
That's something. Look, just some concrete volleyball. This is how we played.
This
With like 14 people on each side.
Everybody's got to have a turn, man.
Paul.
Paul's back. Paul's back with his racket. He's got his racket wide out in the open.
Not even holding it by the handle.
No, he isn't. Just the middle of the shaft. Like, that's weird. That's not how you fucking volley. Did we drink that bottle?
Yeah,
I think we drank that bottle. Okay. Because I know when I'm wine tipsy and I know when I'm like scotch tipsy. And there's no scotch in that.
Oh my God. You ever get a shirt with your own name on it? A shirt that just
Not
says
outside
Michael?
not outside of bartending, no. Like,
It just has your name printed on it.
that would be.
Michael.
I made business cards once when I was young that just said "You're welcome" with my phone number on it.
Wow.
That's arrogant.
Did it work ever?
Never.
Never.
Never. I mean, oh wow. I love how Angela just looks
Like she could not give a shit.
like, yeah, keep going.
She's
Just keep fucking
fascinated by
talking.
them. Yeah, let's. She's talking now.
She is, but based on, I mean, what I know of ACTRA, you need X amount of lines to get paid.
Ah.
I don't think she's getting paid yet. She said, "Good night," and I know, or something along those lines. Like she said 3-4 words if you break
Getting
apart.
Pretty close.
Pretty, but like, I mean, I know what's coming, but at the same time, I'm very aware of how we're getting there.
It's like when they had Blink 182 in American Pie.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't say anything, but they had a monkey.
All you need is a monkey.
Think about that. Look, they're holding hands.
Oh, Ricky. So does Judy want to get with Paul?
No, I think she just wants Angela to feel bad.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
it's all about Angela.
Yeah.
All about Angela.
Angela's not allowed to have fun.
Next
for some
week on
reason.
All About Angela.
I'd watch that. It's a good title. Pitch it.
It's only 3 minutes because she doesn't say much.
Yeah.
It's a mealtime video. In between your mealtime videos, watch this video.
Where in the world is Carmen Electra? Is that-
Probably. Well, she's no longer underneath Dave Navarro.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's just the last thing I know that she was a part of. It's got nothing to do with. She was his wife, so that makes sense. Get me in the comments.
Get him. Good night, Angela.
These cabins are awfully similar to like the cabins out at the Arborg Heritage Museum.
Interesting.
Like they've got a very Icelandic feel to them.
A very, very local reference, Michael.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Arborg. Shout out to the Inner Lake. That's where Shauna's from, right? That's where I spend. That's where the weekends are at the farm. Is
Arborg. Did not realize I was part of the Inner Lake.
yeah. Neither did I until Shauna.
Right.
I did not realize much outside of the perimeter until Shauna. Oh, there's travel. Mexico, you say? Las Vegas? Okay.
Mexico, part of the Interlake.
Part of the.
Oh, they're pranking this nerd again.
Oh, but this is a fun prank. This
Yeah,
isn't
they're
ass
not-
in the face.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy with ass in the face, but it wouldn't be enough to make me go home
Yeah.
from camp.
No, I would. This is.
Oh my god.
This is good fun. But I mean, if you're the brunt of the joke the entire time, I
Can't
think this is. I bet you this is that guy that they bullied all the time.
Well, see, he's got to bully someone else.
So
Oh wow, he pulls a knife. I like how he didn't pull a knife after ass and face.
Here's what I want to click on a link here for a second, but it's not working. All right, let's move on to the next little tidbit here. Actually, interesting. The movie was shot in early fall. We mentioned that in the beginning,
Yeah.
right? The movie was shot in the early fall. It was set in midsummer, so the crew had to spray paint brown leaves and the grass green to keep continuity.
Jesus Christ.
That's amazing.
They spray painted the grass.
Yeah, they do that. Like the greens department
Yeah.
is the one who's in charge of putting back the real flora and fauna back to where it's supposed to be.
Right.
Felicia Rose was Angela.
Yeah.
She was paid $5,000 for her role. in this.
Wow.
Out of the $350,000, $5,000 went to her.
I hope she got more
Yeah.
afterwards.
I know. That's her. That's
And there
her.
she is.
Yeah, that's her. The last drive-in with Joe Briggs in 2018. There's a screenshot of her.
Apparently she's very nice.
We should try to get her on the show.
That'd be cool.
That'd be so much fun.
She's a very nice person.
I was thinking today because
Like she does all the comic book conventions and everything, and well, the horror conventions and stuff, not the comic book, because that's a little.
yeah, that's a little outside
Little
of her
off.
wheelhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that's
Wow.
wine. No, after I talked to you about the whole like debater thing today with Julian, with getting tagged by
Right, and
like,
Steve's birthday and whatnot.
Yeah. We should aim for Patterson to be on this.
That'd be neat.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, first ad.
Oh,
Our first
yes!
Tubi ad. But it's not
Yes!
localized. It is an ad for Hellman's Mayonnaise.
It was quick.
And eBay. See, I told you, they're moving up. They don't do localized ads anymore, Michael.
They are. They're getting some money. You know what? I'm okay with. Wow, that's 3 ads in less than 40 seconds.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
And I bet they got lots of money for that.
Well, okay, so, I mean, really, this is nothing out of my way. I get to go take a piss and probably grab a snack because now I want Subway. Eat fresh.
Michael, I went to, this is a little out of the way of sleepaway camp, but a Subway ad just came on. I was at Subway yesterday, classic me, hungry after work, and I was standing in line and I had my headphones in, wasn't really paying attention, and I noticed that the person in front of me was taking a very long time, like it had been maybe 5-7 minutes, and he's still at bread.
Wow, we're outside of the average.
Yeah, so I take out my headset.
You're still at bread?
We're still at bread. As soon as I take off my headset, he asked the question, so what exactly is a BLT?
Get the fuck out.
I just put my music back in and I was like, all right, I'm going to be here for a little while.
Come back to me when it's my bread time. What is exactly in a BLT?
What is a roasted chicken?
Excuse me, could you tell me what roast beef is, please?
It's just fascinating. Like, these people are amazing, Michael.
This- Pizza sub interests me. What's on a pizza sub? Fuck.
Remarkable stuff.
I gotta give it to Angela's resilience.
Right? She just gets screamed at by this girl and doesn't even care. That's how you make them mad.
Oh, Muscles is back. His shorts are longer.
Yeah, there was probably a complaint.
I'm wondering what, because nobody shoots a movie in sequence, so I'm wondering if this was at the beginning of shooting.
And
And
they
he
got
was like-
shorter.
And
as
they
they
got
went?
shorter as they went along.
Just kept cutting them to see how far they'd let them go.
Until finally someone's like, your rating needs to change based on the tightness and level of the shorts. Oh, here's the sexiness. Here's that cheesy, sexy 80s horror going on.
I don't think there's much.
No.
because, well, it's cast with children, so it's probably a good thing. But I don't think that there's a lot of nudity in this movie, which is, again, great because it's cast with children.
Yeah.
So probably the right choice.
You know, speaking of that, having interviewed an intimacy coordinator
Interesting.
for the show,
Spoiler. Spoiler
that
next interview.
yeah, well, I don't know when that's. We
Who
still have that
knows?
episode. We're not ready to publish it yet, just because it needs to be edited. But having spoken to Sharon, every time I see a scene now where there's children involved, she taught me that could be somebody's first kiss.
Wow, that's what happened with Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher on that '70s show. Well, not Ashton Kutcher, but Mila Kunis.
There you go. So every time you see an episode of television or a movie, for that matter, where there's 2 young kids kissing, keep in mind that one of them might be experiencing a first kiss for the first time in front of a room full of people, which is why the intimacy coordinator is there to make sure that they feel comfortable doing that.
Right.
Because your first kiss should not be recorded for everyone to see, but as much as that might not be the case,
Well, the kid who plays Fogel or McLovin in
Yes.
Superbad, his mother had to be in the room because he was 17.
I've heard that story too. Those things make me happy.
What is happening here? They're just having an
Yeah.
on-the-roof water balloon fight.
This is
So they climbed up, put the water balloons on the roof, and were like, okay, start. Just started humming water balloons at each other on the
I got
roof.
the best way to have a water balloon fight. On the roof. What do
On
you
the
say?
roof?
On the roof. Let's make this epic.
This water balloon fight is okay. What if we went on the roof?
Oh. That was also kind of in the boob. That's got to hurt.
That's not a good thing. Ricky's going to curse him out. They're just like gingerly throwing balloons at him.
I mean, that's a workplace health and safety violation.
Take it easy, Ricky.
Like for a guy like Mel,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's Mel, right? Mel's
That
the
is
camp
Mel.
director. I'm fucking impressed I remember these names at this
You're
point.
doing great.
Half a bottle of wine, empty stomach. Good on you. Thirsty Thursday. Mel is like more concerned with covering everything up than the water balloon fight on the roof that's going to get rid of his insurance.
No kidding.
His speech impediment doesn't make him sound serious either.
Gotta take an eye out. Everyone's a little bit New York.
Yeah, but he's got that like overbite or that big tongue thing going on with like talking like this.
Yeah. He has a big mouth.
He does. God, I want to not Google where I saw him because that would make me feel better at life. No comment. She's a press agent's wet dream. She doesn't say anything.
Easy.
Again, Angela could not give a shit.
Just fucking bullies.
Like, I wonder if, you know how, like, sometimes directors will give kid actors bad news just to get,
Make them sad, yeah.
make them sad. I wonder if somebody was like, we're going to kill your parents unless you complete this film. And this is her just the entire time, like a Kubrick, right? Like Kubrick in Shining,
Right.
where he was like, I'm going to wake you up 17 times a night just to get
Listen,
you haggard.
everybody. Treat Shelley Duvall like shit.
Right?
Okay. I like how everyone is just fine with that.
Like, everybody gave him a pass.
Everyone's like, hey, Shelley, Stanley told me to tell you, fuck you. I don't know why.
Stanley said to see you at 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 o'clock in the morning on the hour.
Right. Good
And
luck.
And by that, I mean every 20 minutes, but I'm telling you every hour.
I gotta go to bed.
Yeah. And create this high level of anxiety, and then everyone will be like, that's not makeup?
She's just tortured on the inside.
She's just never allowed to sleep for 60
Right.
days.
You're gonna look awful by the end of this.
You know what happens? You go insane when you don't sleep.
Yeah.
Like, you literally see shit. It's, oh,
So he's been locked in a shitter potty.
yeah.
How about this, Michael? An app that shows you where the nearest porta potty is.
I like it,
Mm-hmm.
except we need more porta potties.
Absolutely. But if you're a construction worker, you need to know.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. Like, if he's on the
Landscaper?
yeah. You do,
Cab
well,
driver?
or like actually public restroom or porta potty.
Yeah.
Like,
A place that lets you use the
what are they going to
bee's nest on a stick.
Okay, so who's in the bathroom? Is that Muscles?
Yeah, no, it's just Bully Man. It's
Okay.
lead bully.
Oh, the guy under the canoe?
No, he's dead.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
He was a decomposed corpse.
Wine.
Why doesn't he just
That's-
crawl underneath?
Okay, as somebody who has like a childhood fear of the bee,
Bees?
this is not nice.
Well, I don't get why he doesn't crawl underneath the. Okay, he got out.
Do you know why you don't crawl underneath?
Why?
Because you're afraid to find out if you can't fit.
That's really funny, and the floor probably pretty gross.
Oh, that's
Look at
a
how good it
really
looks.
good. That's a really good blistered hornet.
Jeez,
Oh,
they just ate
wow.
his face, eh?
Wow. Well, see, the swarming thing is the nose and the mouth because you can't breathe. So they get inside you, and then
How do they know to do that?
I'm gonna guess body heat,
Jesus.
because they all clam on each other in a hive to stay warm, right? And then
Right.
the flutter. So I'm gonna guess like the warmest parts of your body. So the anus, the mouth, the ears, the nose.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine a bunch of hornets crawling up your ass.
No, I don't want to imagine that. He's not wearing shorts anymore. I don't think those are shorts. And if they are, then they're appropriately long.
Buddy's hanging to the right,
Yeah. Oh, my God. Jeez, guy.
right?
You'd think someone would say something.
That's like almost a hard 90-degree turn.
Oh, my guy, you mind adjusting yourself? So he thinks Ricky did it at this point.
Yeah, Ricky didn't do it, and I mean,
Zero evidence.
my
other-
9-year-old niece could tell me that Ricky didn't do it.
Ricky's just mad because they're bullying his cousin.
See, and that's a bad note, because if it's on Ricky, they're not doing a good enough job to convince anybody who's worth 2 cents of movie knowledge that Ricky's coming to the defense. Ricky's mad at
Right.
everybody who's causing a ruckus.
I guess he'd kill people for that, but I don't know. I mean, you're just at camp. Is it worth murder?
I just want to note, after doing episodes on Zoom for months at a time and finally being able to see each other, I fucking miss you being in the room. Fuck. Fucking COVID.
It's nice to be able to get a joke in.
Right?
That's
It's
what I
nice to
miss.
riff.
I know.
You can't riff on Zoom.
I know.
That's 12 lines at this point. Baloney.
Kill
He's putting the moves.
He's putting the
on.
moves on, yeah.
Yeah, he's putting the moves on.
To the beach.
To make out point.
Oh. You little schemer.
You.
She just like throws a bunch of pocket sand in his face. She like doesn't get out of horseplay. Oh, I'm all right. I still got a little joint left. Not doing anything. And then she just freezes up. Flashback time.
Oh
like,
God, it's so.
it's very uncomfortable.
You know, it's things like that that I'm glad that when I see them and I feel uncomfortable, that I know I'm human, right? Whoa.
So
Is
their
this back
dad-
to?
This is a flashback. Their dad was in bed with another man. And they
Yeah, because
saw
that
and
was
they
the
didn't-
dude in the beginning who saw his partner, I guess, now that we know.
Yeah.
So this is a flashback to her childhood seeing. Oh, this is what she's seeing while he's trying to take her top off.
Yes.
That's really bad for her.
She's not well. Her dad got hit by a boat.
She was narrowly missed. She was like, oh, that's what a propeller looks like up close.
Huh. Now I know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
The real American hero. Speaking of Hasbro and toys, Thundercats is getting a live action.
G.I. Joe's getting another one too.
I'm okay with that. Is it Snake Eyes, though? Isn't Snake Eyes the one that they're
I
giving?
think so.
Yeah, that's the G.I. Joe universe.
Yeah. The G.I. Joe cinematic universe.
Yeah, I would.
Shoot me in the face, Michael.
No, I want some Sergeant Slaughter.
The wrestler?
No, like,
Aw.
well, the wrestler, but like he was a G.I. Joe before he was a wrestler. That was the whole.
Good
like,
for him.
Yeah, good for Hasbro,
Yeah, right?
right? They were like, we're gonna
sales
fucking
going.
trademark a human.
We're going to trademark a man. Capture the flag. Did you guys play this at Christian camp?
No. I will tell you, we played.
It's blasphemous.
We played Red Rover,
Oh.
which, like,
But it was more about conversion.
yeah, like as soon as you got through, you'd be like, and that's how Jesus gets through to
I
you.
get it.
Right? They could drop it in
Wow.
any, like you could be in the shitter, and they would be like, you're asking Jesus for some help right now. Hey, you're pretty constipated. You'd just be like,
Sounds like you
"Leave
could
it
use
at
the Lord.
Sounds like you could use the Lord. Sounds like some prayer might help that lower intestinal tract. we also played a game called Firestorm where the counselors...
That sounds blasphemous.
No, it was it was just an insurance. Everything we did at camp was an insurance nightmare. I remember one weekend we reenacted the scene from Braveheart where they launched the flaming arrows at each other. Yeah, we did that. Like we dipped them in kerosene and paper towel and lit them on fire and then launched flaming arrows. And like you'd like stand there and like
as one does. And then we raped and pillaged.
Yeah. And mooned everybody in our kilts.
Why'd you go to Braveheart camp?
No. But like that's what the counselors would do to like cut loose, right?
Right.
Like, just dumb shit on the week because you'd have a camp at your disposal. But like Firestorm was where you counselors hid, campers went to go find you. It was at 10 o'clock at night till 12 in the morning. Campers weren't allowed flashlights, counselors were. So you'd have a bunch of kids running around in the dark in the woods trying to find us.
Jeez.
And then bring us to a central point and then collect us for points. And then
I mean, it sounds like a fun game, but also quite dangerous.
A lot of fun.
And very easy to kill somebody.
Oh, yeah. There's lots of... Like, things that happened at camp then, man, you'd catch a lawsuit so fast. Anyways, back to this. Where are we with Angela and Ricky here?
So they're cutting around to try to capture the flag.
Okay, so we're still playing Capture the Flag.
Yeah, but they're flanking.
Flanking. Defilate. I love that even to this very day, because I remember watching Saving Private Ryan for the first time and hearing them use military commands from World War II.
Right.
Those commands are still used to this very day.
Why change what works?
Yeah.
I guess.
Flanking is still flanking 100,000 years later.
And what's that old quote? That's why America wins half the wars it's ever been in?
Because they flank?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think they're about 50-50 in wars.
That's like bad average.
It's not great.
Win some, you lose some.
It seems to be all.
Seems to be you shouldn't have gone in the first place.
Right.
So one guy was like, there's bombs, and then this other person was like, there's none, and then everyone's like, no, he said there is.
We don't quite know which place they're at.
Yeah.
Or if they exist.
Yeah, jury's still out.
But we're going to stay for another 20 years.
Yeah, Biden announced they're taking him out, eh?
I feel like they did that with Obama, too, and it didn't work.
Yeah, something just, yeah.
They're still there.
I need more popcorn. So that's Paul.
So that's Paul.
I'm eating the popcorn
Mm-hmm.
like the drunk person at the bar who gets peanuts.
Don't eat the peanuts. Don't eat the peanuts.
I do miss a good bar where you can crunch peanut shells.
That's never going to happen again, Mike.
Where was that in town?
That's not going to be an option.
We'll get to...
You mean Five Guys.
That's it. That's totally it.
Didn't know they had booze.
Do they have booze?
No, you got to bring your own.
You can?
No. So you got to hide it in a paper bag.
You've done that?
No.
Do you want to do that?
Yes.
I would go to Five Guys and get drunk with you in a paper bag.
Right on. Get some peanuts, but no food.
We don't live together, so that might be an issue.
Right. Do they have a patio? The Five Guys, we just eat outside on the sidewalk?
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Make our own patio.
Uh-oh. Judy's bullying. Everyone's such a dick at this camp. It feels like everyone's a massive asshole or doesn't exist.
It is the least inclusive camp I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oy. You're not wrong about that.
Coming from somebody who went to...
Is Jacked Guy just working out in the background? Did you see him?
Hang on. I did see something. I just sneezed and popcorn came out of my mouth, so I'm trying to clean up
Wow.
my act here. I trimmed my nose hairs the other day, so everything that like makes my nose tickle makes my nose tickle.
What's the problem?
Please bring in another girl who's taller, because then it's like,
Oh, it's great.
it's this perfect 45 between their head.
It
all the way
is,
back.
isn't it? Uh-oh. Meg's strong.
That seems about right. Nobody's doing anything while she's being carried off into the water.
Hey, glad it's not me.
And Mal, who's like Mel's trying to solve shit, and he's totally not noticing the fact that there's a problem going on. He really thinks Ricky did it.
He does.
I guess he doesn't know that the rest of us don't.
Nobody told him.
Robert
Nobody told him.
Hiltzik forgot to tell him.
Look at him fucking run. She's all right.
I mean, that is like 8 feet of water, maybe.
Yeah, she's good. Did he call a young girl a peckerhead?
He did. Apparently, he's not been told the definition of what a pecker is.
You know, my girl, real peckerhead.
Yeah, peckerhead.
Goes and sits back down like he just useless.
Yeah.
We'll get her back.
Ricky looks 12.
That's because he is, Michael.
Oh, okay. All right. I assumed like 16, 17 for the age around.
Oh, no. Some people are 35 for some reason, though. So for some reason, Eddie has to take these kids out on a camping trip on the lake, even though everyone else is going to the sock hop.
She looks like Shailene Woodley.
Who, girl on the right or left?
Left.
Meg.
Meg, exactly.
Oh, no.
In what world would this attractive woman and this doofus,
And this absolute doofus.
who's 70 years older,
Jesus. Still got it, Mel.
what does that have to do with the plot?
Nothing. But
Like,
you'll
I-
see.
Like it's just this. Like if creepy is what you're going for, then give more to make that creepy work. But that's just weird and out of place. It's
Oh, the girls are showering up for later. It's a big sock hop night.
oh, that's right, the social.
What
Like
is
this
this
is not
music?
like I wasn't allowed to like there was no social at the camp I went to.
Really?
Unless like chapel was considered a social event.
I would argue yes.
We'd show up, we'd sing.
But there was no just like...
No, like there's no dance or any.
We had a dance.
You had a
Even
dance?
at volleyball camp, we had a dance. Well, there were
No.
other sports going on as well.
Well, I think my camp director saw Footloose and was like, you know what dancing leads to.
Fair enough. That's how kids die.
That's how kids are born.
Yeah. It's true.
Well ahead of their time.
Music leads to dancing. Dancing leads to sex. Sex leads to children. Children leads to death.
The
Meg gets
circle of
stabbed.
life.
I like that. She just right through the wall.
Oh, through the back. I like
Yeah.
that. I would like a shot of her back. Like the
She
connection
does.
is there, but I would like to see her back being filleted open.
You'd think they could have done it too, but I don't know.
Like at this point, it would have been nice to see her pull that back, and then she falls down, and you get a shot of her back
Well, wash the knife off completely.
in the water that's cleaning the dead girl.
I don't know, man. Oh, wow. So Meg's dead.
That canoe scene
Mm-hmm.
we were watching earlier. This is while filming the scene in which the canoe flips over in the lake. John E. Dunn, the guy who was underneath there, cut the top of his head open against a sharp rock
Jeez.
on the lake bottom and had to be rushed to the hospital.
Oi.
That's what happens when you're a douche.
In a movie.
When casting the role for Angela, writer-director Robert Hiltzik would have the actresses stare wide-eyed and straight ahead while also pretending to eat a candy bar.
Weird.
Super weird.
Super weird, but at least he didn't throw live birds at them.
Yeah. Who did that?
That was Hitchcock.
Oh, birds.
Yeah.
I kind of respect that.
And dead birds.
That's not cool.
Threw all kinds of birds.
Like,
Well, I guess just one kind of bird, either living or dead.
if I want to elicit a response out of you,
You whip a live bird at me.
you whip a live bird at you, and then I get your reaction. And if your reaction isn't calm, then I know that I can get that reaction out of you again if I surprise you again.
Michael
So-
does have a cage full of tropical birds that he throws at us when we misbehave.
Mhm. Yeah. Toucan Sam's waiting, buddy. It's like, what's a famous bird? What's a famous bird?
Famous bird. I really hate that, Judy.
Oh, wow. So Jonathan Turston, who I believe is Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just make sure of that
Mhm.
because we can. Yeah, Ricky. This is kind of weird. Developed a romance during filming, but broke up soon after. He was 17. She was 13.
Jeepers.
That's... Both parents need to have a conversation.
Agreed.
That can't continue. Is this this is the overnight party that they're
Yeah.
at? Okay. All right.
So I think this is added in because he wanted to pad the kills.
Yeah, that makes sense. And we are entering the third act here, so
It's time to ramp things up a bit.
yeah. And
And we've never met any of these children. We've never met this guy.
we're not emotionally connected to anybody here, so
Not at all.
Is this where a giant kill scene
Well, you don't even see it. It's just not good. They do like a away take with some bad effects.
Does he have to go to the bathroom? Is that what's causing the late night?
No, I think he's bailing on them to go back to the... Oh, some of them want to go back because they're cold, and he's just going to leave the other three.
That is a completely irresponsible decision.
Yeah, take everybody back.
Like, oh, that's how you lose a camper, man.
That's how you lose a camper. See, like, why would she kill these three? She's only killed people that have hurt her in a way.
She who?
Fair enough. You know, Michael, he or she or they. We don't know yet.
We don't.
I
Is there
definitely don't.
like heavy quotes around that right
Yeah.
there? We don't no idea where this is
The
going.
killer is what I should have said and what I meant.
Yeah, but you've seen this 73 times, so it's kind of hard to.
Hide my, yeah.
I appreciate you holding my hand through this, so to speak. Like
Happy to walk anybody through this movie, this extravagant film.
I've said to you that I'll watch anything anybody else watch.
Deal.
So, and I made a deal with Shauna too, because I was like, okay, so we all know you won't watch what I want to watch, right? Like my popcorn dumb bullshit
Yeah.
crap, right? But I'll watch whatever she wants to watch. So I said, I was like, you technically have the fucking pull in this house now of what we watch for movies.
Right.
Like we like the shows we watch stuff together, we watch stuff apart. But like when we watch a movie, she's not like, all right, fine, Justice League, 4 hours. She's like, go in the bedroom, fuck off. I've said this before. This is not nothing new. So like, but
Yeah.
like, I was like, okay, yeah. So you pick whatever. So she now gets to pick the movies that we watch.
It's huge.
Because I'll watch whatever I'm gonna watch, but I would never watch what she wants to watch without her, because then I'd like to talk to her about it after, right, and experience it with her. So,
See, my girlfriend and I like the same kind of garbage.
yeah, and me and Shauna like the same kind of same kind of stuff together, but Shauna doesn't like what
I could understand that.
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, I wouldn't make someone watch 4 hours of Justice League at any point unless they brought it up.
but me and Shauna like the quirky and the weird and the
Right.
dramedies and all that stuff. So that it's never hard to watch a movie together. It's just hard to get Shauna to watch, and I want to watch. But she will watch. Like she did love Marvel. She loved Endgame.
Yeah.
No, not Endgame. She liked Infinity War. She never saw Endgame.
Well, and everyone likes Ragnarok.
Everyone loves Ragnarok. Like we went to the seat in the theater together, and it was absolutely ridiculous.
It's amazing. It's
It's
Taika Waititi at his best.
Ugh. Mwah. As they say on Fat Man Beyond, that's Jeff's kiss. I don't know. Somebody said that on.
Jeff's
That's what they
kiss.
say. They like someone said it in the chat room on that show,
That's funny.
and then now him and Bernardine are just like, that's Jeff's
Jeff's
kiss. So like whenever I think of something great, I'm like, that's Jeff's kiss.
That's funny.
Yeah. Jeff's kiss is sleepaway camp. I do like its camp. Like
It's just a movie that exists. No one
Yeah.
asked for it. No one wanted it. It shouldn't be as popular as it is. Oh my
there's
God.
see okay result.
Not
and
you, Meg. There you,
Ricky
see,
did
there you
the-
get to see the back.
You do, but that's really not.
Know what you wanted?
No, the amount of blood that came out is like that looks like somebody just cut your first dermis, right?
Yeah. Your
But the way
first dermis.
But like this, the one that she took in the shower scene
Yeah.
was like lots of gushing blood, so I figured they got to the spine.
Nah.
This is a fucking
He's
flesh
quote-
wound.
He's saying he's gonna kill Ricky. He's gonna get his
Yeah.
revenge on Ricky.
And Lisa was here.
Lisa was there.
Where's Ricky? That's all we care about. We know where Lisa is.
Ricky here?
Ricky, not Ricky. This girl is always curling or washing or blow drying her hair. Like her
It
hair
was a
has
big
been
deal in the
thing.
80s,
Yeah.
from what I understand.
Yeah, those bangs are.
So that's Ricky with long hair. They when they made this movie, they didn't think cameras would get good enough to be able to see him. In the original cut, on like the film cut of it, you can't actually see that it's just Ricky in a long wig.
Really?
Yeah. But they want you to think that it's Ricky, so they put his frame there, right? But in more recent like DVD cuts and that, you can see his face.
That's
more
interesting. In the
clearly.
4K.
Yeah. Yeah, in the 4K you can see his face pretty clearly, and they didn't expect
Interesting.
that
That's
to be
the
able to
shit
happen.
that like happens, right?
Yeah.
When what else we got here? The movie, in Friday the 13th Part 3, 1982, inspired Weird Al Yankovic's song, "Nature Trail to Hell." Both films were the cutting up of campers and ended you having to see an ending you had to see to believe.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't remember Friday the 13th much before.
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, Johnny Depp, Kevin Bacon, right?
Johnny Depp is Nightmare.
Nightmare?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many
I
Fridays.
know, weird,
and
yeah,
Nightmares
just
and-
weird actors that got their start in horror movies. Jennifer Aniston and Leprechaun. Like it's
This is,
horror's the way to go if you want to break out.
it really is. Because you have to be convincing.
Can
I
we
think you have
talk
to be
about
more.
this? So she's getting her curling iron in the vagina. That's how she gets killed in this film.
I remember reading about that today and wondering when I was going to see that. And I'm glad
That's how they do it.
I'm glad that is how that happened.
Yeah.
Because if that had happened in any other way,
I don't know how else you could do that.
yeah, that's oi.
Don't know if that would kill you though. Also,
I would want to be killed.
like I'm sure you. So there, it just showed the kids. We come back to like the campers. That
Oh,
are
they've all been
sleeping.
stabbed. Yeah.
Yeah, they've all been dead. They've all been deaded. And he's like, well, I guess I gotta run away. Guess I gotta start a new life. Fuck me, because they're gonna think I did this. Wouldn't you? Like,
Yeah, no, I would be, this is all on my shoulders. Like, I'm the one who found them. How convenient.
yeah, no, that's what I'd start thinking too. How convenient. That's what the police would say. Just cut right through the sleeping bag.
Yeah. I always imagine when someone gets stabbed,
Mm-hmm.
the pain of having to pull your shirt out or the sleeping bag. Like if you survive a stabbing, does whatever's on you go
just
into the
Just peeling your shirt out of your wound.
right? It's like, do you have to pull a
Ah.
piece of shirt out when you get stabbed?
Yes. I want more bullying nerd kid.
The one who's getting like ass in the
Butt-faced,
face,
yeah.
butt face. Yeah, he's good comic relief. Ooh, sponsored by Pepsi. That is
Quick little
product
Pepsi
placement,
ad, yeah,
right?
it is.
That is a Pepsi ad like I've always seen.
Gets a bunch of snacks before they close up. He was in and out of there quick. when we were bored at camp, we would go to the payphones and we would call people. And when it says at the tone, please say your name, you'd do something like Darth Vader. And that was fun for us.
I mean, that's. Did you hang around or just hang up?
Yeah, sometimes they'd answer. And then you'd try to keep the bit going, but you would never expect them to answer.
That's
so you'd
fun.
just panic.
That's like reverse crank yankers.
Yeah. Where we lose.
Where you lose instead
Every
of
time.
yeah. Like,
But it's just like, why would they pay for the call? You have a click call from
yeah.
just some
You never accept the call because you don't know. You're not
from
worth
Brock
85 cents.
Lesnar. Like, why would you answer?
Brock.
I don't know.
Adam Sandler.
Right. Like, would you pick up? I think it's one of you guys, so I probably would. Just hammer fisting. I got him.
All right, we're at the 10-minute mark here.
So he's just beating the shit out of Ricky.
Yeah, is Ricky
Makes it.
okay?
Yeah. But see, you're supposed to think he's the killer, and we just saw Ricky killing Judy. But it wasn't actually Ricky. It was just Ricky in a wig trying to look like Angela for some reason. Because they didn't. I don't know. It's stupid. Arrow through throat, baby.
Oh, that was a really good shot.
Yeah,
they
it was great.
edited that pretty tight.
I know. And it was just a reverse, I think.
A reverse or one on both sides, and then just cut really.
Yeah.
Because if you have the pullback and you release it, and then your next shot is the angle of it through the back and through the front. If you could cut to that exact, because this is film, you'd have
So-
to cut that.
Interesting here. So the cop had a real mustache the last time we saw him. Now, who clearly had other acting gigs, has a fake mustache.
That is a Henry Cavill.
It has changed color
It's bigger.
and quite thick.
It's quite there.
Yes.
It makes me want to sweep up.
Isn't that amazing? They didn't. Why would they? For continuity purposes, keep your mustache.
Yeah, or like get all his shots in before you let him go to the next gig.
Yep.
Like, oh, you need to leave? Okay, can we just shoot
Oh,
everything he's
need
in
more
so that we
cop
can...
shots.
Angela.
Thank God they fixed Henry's mustache.
Oh, right.
Like, I'm so happy.
If they had just done that, I would have been okay.
Fuck you, Judd Apatow.
What did Judd
Wait.
Apatow?
Joss Whedon. Fuck you, Judd Apatow.
Like, okay, but what did he do?
This is 40 was too long.
Fuck. Funny People was too long.
Every movie you make is too long, Judd Apatow.
Comedies do not need to be 2.5 hours. Almost 3.
That's almost a Lincoln.
That's fucking almost. That's almost a Lincoln.
That's
You
a
are-
Godzilla 2004.
That's a Dances with Wolves. That's a Lord of the Rings.
Wow. See, look at his fake mustache.
OMG. That is
A fake mustache. That's how I wake up in
Ricky.
the morning.
back.
Like I haven't been breathing all night. Like a cat's been on my chest and neck.
I would love to.
It's Meg.
Meg's been spined. What's that? That's where you stab him up the spine.
Meg's dead.
What's up, mustache?
Look at how fake it is, Mike.
Oh my! It's painted on.
And they just let you see it.
Like they gave it. That's way too much camera time for such a bad prosthetic.
And they cut back.
Oh my god! Look how thin it is.
It's so bad.
Like it is like flush to his skin.
It's flat.
It's flat. Like no mustache does that. But
And
again,
here comes our big finale.
Muscles and Susan.
No shorts. It was probably freezing.
Yeah. Still down and to the right. Down and to the right.
He's got a flow.
It's funny how all of a sudden I'm like, what's happening? I'm so interested. Up until this point.
It's the big twist. So the boy survived the crash, not the girl.
Oh, that's the blip.
Yeah.
Okay. So Angela is a boy?
Angela is a boy.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, so this ending's a little bit problematic.
Oh. Oh.
And you'll
Heads.
see.
Oh, there's penis.
Yeah. So that is obviously a man
Yeah.
with a Angela mask
Yeah.
that they made, and that man has never come out as that person, and yeah, nobody knows who it is. But apparently it was very cold that day. And here's how it ends. Just a weird cut to a green freeze frame.
What the fuck?
And that's Sleepaway Camp. So the ending is a tad problematic nowadays.
Yeah.
I can understand why.
Yeah, totally. That wouldn't age well.
No, and it hasn't.
But at the same time, I feel that honestly was like you would have to do that because you can't do that to a child. So so I think that's what they must have been thinking, like it's better to do this than to do anything else, but it's wrong to do that completely.
Yeah.
That said though, that's the weirdest ending I've ever seen. Like, it just abruptly ends. I get, okay, fine, all right.
You just kind of have to think about it.
You do for a second because
Sit in it.
the raising of the child as a different sex does not compute with the rest of the movie
Nope.
at all whatsoever. So
Has nothing to do with anything.
it's just disturbing.
It
So
could have
if-
just been Angela killing people.
Yeah, it could have been. I would have been totally fine
It
with
didn't
Angela.
need to be.
It didn't.
You think it's Ricky the whole time? Well, no sane person does, but
Yeah.
and then it could have just been Angela. It didn't need that.
No, it didn't need the twist. It could have been a girl.
Yeah.
A girl killer who's completely
I don't know.
fucked up. So, as
I can't imagine. I don't know how trans people would feel about that. I don't know if it would.
probably not well.
Probably not well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine that would sit too well.
As for up until then,
An interesting film.
a very interesting fucking film. I mean, one more thing. I think that the designation behind it is designed to make you uncomfortable. I think he's just saving he's saving up an entire movie's worth and then spending it in one shot because I'm left uncomfortable about this.
The mom character is just a bizarre character.
Yes.
Like, I don't. All of her lines are just read so strangely. It's genuinely like she's part of a different movie.
Who is she? I need to find
Who
out
is
who
the
she
mom?
is.
Can we see if she's done anything else? Because she's so bizarre.
Desiree Gould.
Desiree Gould.
What else has she been
What
in?
else has she been in, Michael?
Return to Sleepaway Camp. Joe Zaza's
She was in
Cabin.
4?
At the Waterfront. Actress. Tales of Poe. Caesar and Otto meet Dracula's lawyer.
What is that?
Under Surveillance. So from Sleepaway Camp, 1983 to 2006, she didn't do anything.
Wow. Probably quit. I
Probably
could see
quit.
why.
Yeah, definitely. And then thought, make a comeback. As for like B-movie horror shit, it was fun.
It was fun.
I can totally get behind it. Like I can see why it's a cult classic. Like I can see why there's a ton of things there that make it why I've always it's in the echelons of horror, right? Like it's got a
It's written so badly that you just can't help but laugh.
but I mean I asked Randall King, I was like, are movies bad or is it just not enough money? Like, if you threw $30 million at this, would it be better? And he's like, no. There's bad movies.
Yeah, there are bad movies.
So, but I think this is a great movie for $350,000.
No, because like Paranormal Activity was what, 10, 15 grand?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and so was
movies
Blair
can
Witch.
be made
yeah,
for nothing and be fine.
they can be
Notice I didn't say good.
watchable.
Watchable films like Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Oh shit. Well,
PBMC, as I call it, as the distinguished call it.
oh, as the insiders,
Yes.
the ones who know Kevin James closely.
And look out for Paul Blart 3 Till Death Do Us Blart. That's not me, that's BoJack Horseman. I'm saying it so you don't.
Well worded. Well worded. Well, shit. I think that went swimmingly.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. We should do more of these. You know what we should do? Here's what we should do, because this is obviously gonna be a thing. But if you want to see us do one or listen to us do one, then send us a movie.
Yeah, send us a movie idea. We'll watch it.
Yeah,
I'd be in for that.
Like, I mean, if we've never seen it, I would watch it,
That makes it even better almost.
because then it'd be way more authentic for Jimmy. I mean, because he's the 74.
And I'll watch it again.
But yeah, no, that was cool. That was a lot of fun. We will let you guys go now, ladies and gentlemen. That's it, because there's no announcements to make. There's nothing really to talk about except what we talk about here.
Yeah.
Two of us in the same room. Glad we could give that to you instead of the Zoom thing that you've been listening to us do.
Whoop whoop.
We will continue to do this as much as it is safe and possible to do. And if not, well, there's always Zoom and drop calls, and
Yeah.
and Jimmy has to go back to waiting for the perfect moment to get a joke in instead
That's right.
of finishing mine amazingly. So you guys know what we do here. If this is your first time, then listen up. If you've already been doing the Real Debaters dance for 80 some odd, almost 90 episodes now.
Yeah.
This is just the same spiel with a different person in the room talking about it. TheRealDebaters.ca. That's where you can see what Jimmy looks like. That's where you can see what I look like. We're going to be making some videos here. They're going to be coming out shortly. So just follow us on Instagram. It's the easiest way to do it right now, because it's the safest way to do it right now. So weekly, we'll have some video drops there of his mug, my mug, Martin's, Rob's, anybody else who wants to do something with this little project we have coming up. If you want to email us, if you want to talk to any of us, realdebaters@gmail.com. What's the one thing that these people should buy on our website, Jimmy?
Skateboards.
Yeah, if you can name another podcast that has a skateboard,
Summer's coming.
yeah, kick, push, man. Like,
Need a deck.
need
Cheap decks.
cheap. We got cheap decks, hard decks, big
name
decks,
it.
little decks.
Mm-hmm.
We got decks for days. And if you want to follow us on social media, it's at Real Debaters. Everything's spelled REEL. I've been Mel today from Sleepaway
Oh.
Camp. That's who I feel like.
Jeez.
That's who I feel I emulate with the most. Trying to keep it all together and just trying to, get through whatever he's getting through, with COVID. Who have you been this week?
A camp bully.
You can't-
It's always been my dream to be a camp bully.
With ass in the face or shaving cream in the hand?
Water balloons on the roof.
Water balloons on the roof.
Every time.
I think if we name one more scene with a bunch of camp bullies, we could actually make an album and
Water
make it just
balloons on the roof.
dedicated to Sleepaway Camp. Water balloons on the roof, shaving cream in the hand, and ass in the face would be the EP. That would be
Yeah.
the 3 songs from it. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Michael Petrow. This has been,
Jimmy Skinner.
and we are gone.
Bye.
Watch all the fucking movies. Watch them all, even ones like this.